I remember when I was in high school, a lot of my friends, they want to be an engineer or an accountant. I'm the only person who wants to be to be a nurse. It's a blessing in front of us. Thank you for all the. I grew up in the Philippines. Strength that you provided to us, the protection and all the blessings, Lord. I was inspired by my aunt and my mom always tell me about her story. She decided to go to the US as a nurse. My aunt was sending pictures and postcard to my mom. She would send me like encouraging word to pursue my dream as a nurse. My mom always wanted me to follow her footsteps. I initially went to Far Eastern University and then I transferred to Family Clinic College of Nursing. It was very competitive for you to become a nurse. They're very selective. In early 2000, there's a lot of nursing opportunity here in the U.S. It took me like, 2 to 3 years to eventually come to the U.S. In 2006, I decided to check the nursing opportunity in Lavac. I like it because, I mean, small town, there's a lot of hospital, big hospital. And then there's an opportunity for an assistant director position. I've been working there for 2 years. I think with my experience in education that's enough for me to assume the role of the assistant director position. Unfortunately, two Filipino, including me, we did not get the position. They hire a different person, which doesn't have the clinical experience that we have and the education. So I kind of question that process. When it happened, people learned that I did not get the position. Even the panel interviewer, they said, Romeo, I was surprised that you were not shortlisted. I mean, they see Filipino nurses as a good bedside nurses, which is true. It's just saying that you're just good for bedside. When it comes to making other decision to run the unit or to run the hospital, you're not good for that, or that's not for you. You have to realize that when I made the decision to go to the US, I left my father and my mother, and they died. They died in the hospital without me seeing them. I took care of the, so many patients here in the US, but I never had a chance to take care of my parents. So it's it's a big sacrifice for Filipino nurses to make those decisions. That's why if we if we experience any injustices or mistreatment, in spite of the sacrifice we made, it's very hurtful. That event inspired me to work hard and prove myself that I can be a good leader. It inspired me to create a group, which is the Filipino Nurses Association of Austin. January, I had a meeting with Pinasa, our mother chapter. We started a group here in my house. There's like 12 nurses that I know. We share the same sentiment, same issues that I experienced before. Our goal is to advocate for Filipino American nurses in Austin area and to help and guide in terms of building their nursing profession. They should not judge the person by how they express things or how they can communicate. I mean, they need to see the bigger picture, especially when promoting someone, where when opening up an opportunity.
Data, so you can create your own. And they said, no, we want to join you anytime you apply because it's always fun.
I share my stories and advocating for their rights. So Filipino or other minority nurses, they will have voice, and so they can be heard, they can be considered when making decisions.